Hello, welcome in. This is Cleo Ra, and welcome in to my little tarot reality creation station. I pull through messages from the divine to help you get to your absolute best life and create your best reality. So thanks for being here, and thanks for all your lovely likes, comments, subscriptions and donations. I really appreciate you all. I'm going to dive right in because I've got an urgent message for someone who's very special to the divine. They've had their eye on you, and we're going to see what the message is here, okay? Because you're a special one, and they're saying you really deserve this message. So let's see what's happening here. We've got the Knight of Swords, okay? And I am getting this energy of unwanted communication, okay? And this could be spiritual. This could be a spiritual attack that people are trying to place on you. And it could be coming in the form of text messages, and it could be coming, you know, in the form of people calling you who you've already told to leave you alone and stuff like that. And the divine is saying, we will handle these people or this person, okay? Because I feel like there's something kind of overwhelming happening. And again, this could be spiritual. It might not be text messages. It might not be any physical contact. But because you're so special to the divine, I feel like you're being targeted somehow here, okay? I'm hearing you are God's diamond. You are a diamond of the divine. Yeah, we've got the Eight of Swords here. And you can see this one surrounded by energies. It's like people won't stop thinking about you, focusing on you, trying to torment you, okay? But, you know, the divine realm wants you to know it's because you're so special to God, and it's because you're so special in your frequency. You are so multifaceted. You are so divine. It's like your soul is a prism for divine energy to shine through you onto the earth plane, okay? So someone or, you know, some group are trying to lower your frequency because you're about to help with a big breakthrough. Your energy is so powerful. One of you is worth millions of them. They can't compare to you, okay? So you could feel like you're being ganged up on or something like that. We've got the Hermit energy. So I can see you're trying to keep yourself to yourself. You're trying to, you know, maybe hide yourself or guard yourself or protect yourself somehow. And I think maybe, you know, maybe you've been meditating, maybe you've just been shutting yourself indoors, but you're someone who holds a great amount of light that someone's trying to extinguish. They're trying to make you see yourself differently than how you truly are, because you shine like this lantern, and they want to distract you from your life's mission and, you know, pull down your frequency is what I'm getting. So if you haven't been feeling yourself lately, I do feel like it is some sort of spiritual attack. It's not you. The divine is saying it's not you. Okay, there's someone out there who's got tactics and they're throwing energy at you. And maybe you're so instinctive and so psychic that you're sensing these malevolent thoughts. But, you know, for someone out there, you are literally getting messages. I'm hearing strange emails. But you are guarding yourself against these, or the divine is saying, please do guard yourself. Please block these people or block this person. Stop reading the emails. Stop reading the messages in any way you can, okay? Because when you're reading these emails or opening up these messages, it's flowing energy into you. It's flowing energy into your magnetic field. So they need you to stop that and turn it off, okay? Turn off the flow in any way you can. I don't think you've been seeing, you know, exactly why you've been feeling the way you've been feeling with the Two of Swords. And I don't think you've realized maybe that just by opening these messages, when you know they're full of something bad, that there's actually energy flowing into your metaphysical grid from these malevolent beings. And they could even be trying to act reasonable. They could be trying to act as if they're just civilized kind of people, but they know what they're doing here. And if you were to have a bird's eye view like the divine does, you would see that every time you open this message, anxiety creeps in. They're sending you sort of packages of fear. They're sending you energy to make you feel down and to make you worry and to make your frequency drop, because there's no lower frequency than fear. Fear is literally one of the lowest frequencies available. I've got the King of Pentacles here. So this could be a Taurus that's doing this, or an earth sign. Could be a man that you're dealing with who's sending you these messages, even potentially trying to make it look like they're being nice, you know, but I'm hearing fool's gold. I feel like they're sending you fool's gold and pretending to maybe be trying to make up with you somehow, or be civil, or be socially harmonic with you somehow. Page of Wands energy here. And one more. This may be someone who seems quite excitable and seems quite happy-go-lucky. Someone who acts quite positive. But it's like they're trying to chip away at the investment you've made in yourself here. 10 of Swords energy here, stabbing you in the back. You'd be surprised who is jealous of you, you know, because you're such a divine creature, because you're so radiant, okay? Spirit's saying you would be surprised with who will send you malevolent energy in a text message that's simply asking how you're doing. So I think you've had an instinct about someone you've been talking to. But on the surface, they seem to be someone who's maybe a professional, maybe someone normal, maybe someone who acts really overly confident. I feel like they've got money, or they've got some sort of status, or they're kind of, you know, they seem really secure in themselves. They don't seem like the sort of person who would do this. And Spirit's saying it's always those that don't seem like they would do it that do it. You know, if you've sensed someone having an attitude with you, but then they pretend they haven't, Spirit's saying your instincts are good. Your instincts are perfect. Okay? And there's something about them investing in bringing you down for some reason. I don't know why this is, other than the fact that you are a diamond of the divine, star-seeded, I'm getting. And you might not see yourself as someone who's star-seeded, but they come in all sorts of packets. You know, they come with all sorts of packaging and tastes and styles. But this communication, you know, is being aimed at you because you're the Empress. And Spirit's saying, you know, male or female, you're very abundant. And this could, you know, this could be a woman that's doing this to you as well. But Spirit's saying for most of you that resonate with this message, it will be a man that you're sort of liaising with. Could be someone who you think of as a friend, someone who just sort of pops in now and again, and you think, well, what really do you want from me? What is it you want? And I'm getting that every time you sort of open a message from them, it's draining a bit of your Empress frequency. It's draining a bit of your divine essence. 2 of Wands energy. This is you turning your back on the situation, following your instincts. Stop thinking you're paranoid, I'm hearing. Maybe you've been thinking you're paranoid. Maybe you've been thinking, okay, maybe I am the sort of person to be a little bit suspicious, but your suspicions are warranted. Your suspicions are right. It's not that you're a really suspicious person. It's that people are sneaky and they lie and they don't show their true colors. And then you end up thinking that your instincts weren't correct all along when they were correct all along. Okay, so there's something about your energy that this person sees as loot, very valuable. And it's like they want some. Every time you text them back, you're giving them your energy. You're giving them essence somehow. Just your focus on this person makes them feel richer. But they're kind of malevolent. You know, they've got this undercurrent of malevolence, and they've been sending it to you. So this is about preserving your essence, preserving your energy, going inwards to God, to spirit, really holding your royal frequency. And if something doesn't feel right to you, cutting it off. This is about cutting off what doesn't feel right to you, because your instincts are absolute gold. And someone likes communicating with you. They like your style. They like, you know, what you've got, but they're extremely jealous of you because your frequency compared to theirs is so high. You know, the loot you carry within your soul is so priceless. They've never seen someone like you before. And instead of maybe making you an offer in some sort of viable way to deal with you, I feel like they just keep on keeping the thread of conversation going. They just want to keep in contact with you, to keep sort of leeching on your energy. But this person doesn't have good intentions, and I feel like it's getting you down now. They're fake as hell. They've got a good surface image, but that's about it. And Spirit saying, if you could see what they're like behind closed doors, this person is moody. They have mood swings. They come across quite scary, quite psychotic, but they maintain their social image in quite a professional way. They're quite good at knowing exactly when people can see them and when people can't. They're good at knowing how people will pick up on the image they present. And they're very controlling with their social image is what I'm getting here. Okay, Ten of Swords energy. It's like part of them wants to see you down and out. Part of them wants to see you crumble. Part of them wants to see you depressed. Maybe you've had a conversation with this person one time and you told them you were feeling down and they fed off of it and they fed off of it. And this person wants to form a bond with you. Maybe even become or make you think that they've become a long-term friend and zap your enthusiasm for life because they can see it. They can see that you've got this zest for life and this excitable nature. Maybe something happened to them when they were small. It's like something happened to this person. Their family isn't what they seem to be. And some of the worst families have got the best ways of hiding it. So Spirit wants you to zoom out of there and maybe stop responding to this person, because that will make you feel 10 times better. That will, secure your energy. Blank them. I'm hearing that you should just ignore them, blank them. I don't feel like this is a serious relationship or that it's going anywhere you want it to go. This person cannot offer you what you want if you're interested in them romantically, but they kind of try and act blasé. They kind of try and act like, oh, I'm just a cool person. I'm just checking in on you. And really, it's like they're dumping this toxic mess on you. Maybe you slept with them once or something like that. You could have had a fling with this person and then it kind of simmered down into friendship. But the cords that were established when you slept with them are enabling this person to kind of flow energy into you that you just don't want, okay? Even if they seem cool, even if they seem harmless, getting away from this person, ignoring this person will get you back into your shiny state of being, and you will feel like yourself again in no time. Show me the Knight of Swords. Ace of Cups energy here. King of Swords and the Four of Cups. So I feel like you thought there was a potential for love in this scenario at some point. And I do feel like, in reference to the spiritual attacks coming from people you don't know or not coming through a text message, it's this person's family. This person's got a strange family, I feel like you may be were being chill with this person and being like, okay, if you don't want anything serious, yeah, I can be friends with you, blah, blah, blah. But this person is stern. They think a lot of themselves, but they're quite malevolent, they're quite moody and horrible. This person's moodiness is off the charts. And happy people, spiritual diamonds, make them really irritated. So maybe at one time you felt something for this person and maybe even had some good days out with them, spent some good time with them, just enough to develop a kind of rapport with them. And then they rejected you or acted all blasé and acted like, oh, I just don't really want a relationship with anyone right now, and acted like one of those people, who are just kind of cool and don't want anything serious. But really, this was supposed to hurt you. And then maybe you were kind of like, okay, I don't want that either. That's fine, because you were going with the flow. But this person thinks that they're the most wonderful thing on earth. And it could even be that because you didn't care about some sort of rejection, or maybe you weren't interested, maybe you didn't want anything serious, it's almost like it got to them. This could have been you rejecting them, but there was some sort of rejection here with the Four of Cups that annoyed this person. Either they wanted you to be annoyed that they didn't want anything more serious, or they were annoyed that you didn't want them in a more serious way. But I do feel like they're a hanger-on, They like leeching on your energy. Show me the Eight of Swords. Temper on this one. The temper on this one is disgusting. I can feel it. Six of Wands here. You are going to have victory over this anxiety that you're feeling. And maybe just someone hanging on to you and you don't really know what they want is causing you to be in your head a little bit. It's like you wanted an investment from this person and you felt betrayed, but they keep on communicating with you. It's like, get off the pot, go away. This person needs to move along and get on with their life. But it's like they're addicted to some facet of your being. They're addicted to the energy you bring to the earth plane. And right now, I feel like it's distracting you from your pathway. I do feel like it's distracting you. 10 of Cups. Something about you being way happier on your own, planning your future. It's almost like every time you start getting into a good groove, and every time you start being positive, and every time you start focusing on moving forward without this person's energy around, they crawl back in with some sort of text message. And your spirit guides are saying, this has got to stop. This person can sense when you're happy. This person can sense when you're planning your future. And it almost looks to me like they had their chance and they blew it. And I would say, that they're regretting that now or whatever, but they're not. They're just not relationship material. They're just jealous of your shine. They're jealous of your glow. They're jealous of your uniqueness. And they're jealous of your strength of character. 2 of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. So you have so many pathways available to you. So many solid, good options here. And so many people who want to offer you stuff. But it's almost like this person doesn't want you getting with anyone else or giving this essence to anyone who actually deserves it. So they're going to try and keep you hanging on. So it's saying they're a hanger-oner, just move on, mate. They've got to just move on, because there are lots of lovely things out here for you to experience. And I see a big solid offer coming into you, a big solid, beautiful offer coming in from someone stable and loving, someone with the potential to grow and evolve with you as soon as you fully turn your back on this person. Okay. Because there's someone in this person's family that is kind of spiritually attacking you via thought. So they talk about you to their family, and it's not in a nice way either. And I feel like it's a female, could be a sister, could be a mother, sending you negative energy, right? Because on some level, this person's female family member knows that they're obsessed with you. And it's a strange jealousy. This family has a strange dynamic. And you're only seeing the tip of the iceberg of what this person is. I feel like they get a kick out of sleeping with people and then acting like, oh, it was never that serious anyway. Let's just be friends. They get a kick out of that. They do it to try and upset people. And if it doesn't work, they get upset about that. They get upset that you're not upset. Wheel of Fortune here. So it's almost because you've got such high ranking in the spiritual world, you are the decider of this person's fate. Now that's funny. I'm getting that message. Something about you dealing with this person is helping the universe to decide this person's fate, because how they act with you and how they deal with you, it's like a gateway. They can treat you well and go up, but they've been treating you badly, whether you can see that clearly or not. Behind closed doors, this person has nothing but bad intention. We've got the moon coming out in reverse. It just flicked off my deck. So this person is secretive to the maximum. They've got so many skeletons in their closet. I'm surprised they don't rattle when they walk. And something about the way they're handling you will decide how they are handled by the divine. So the divine is saying, now please hand this over to us. This person's no good for you on a friendship level or otherwise. Okay, you've already given this person too much love. And you being in anxiety and your frequency dropping, for this person, it's a victory. Dropping your frequency, distracting you from real love or distracting you from the higher storyline, being around people who will make you happy and being in a high vibrational dream reality. For you, they don't want that to happen. They're just not a nice person. They're really not a nice person. The tables are spinning on this person. And the divine wants you to get out of contact with them. so that they can deal with this person properly. I feel like, if you see this person casually or whatever, the divine can't deal with this person properly while you're still around because they don't want you getting caught up in the energy. They can't dish this person out what they need to be dished out while you're around for some reason. It's like you being connected to this person is energetic protection for them that they don't deserve. They're manipulative, they're calculating behind closed doors. You wouldn't recognize them. If you could be a fly on the wall in their home, you wouldn't recognize them. You'd think, who the hell is this? It would be like watching a strange TV program where someone acts all normal in public, but they're really quite a stalker. And I am seeing that program in my mind. It's called You. And they are giving me that as a reference, where this person acts disinterested in you or acts like they just want to be friends or casual, but actually they're quite focused. So this is about fully protecting yourself, knowing the divine is fully protecting you and cutting contact with this person. And you will know if this message is for you, okay? They're a master manipulator. They're very good at it. In fact, they pride themselves on that. And just because they're wealthy or whatever, this person thinks they can hide behind their wealth. But the divine sees all here, and it's about time this person got their karma. Because you're so spiritually elevated, this person's got an instinct that if they stay in contact with you, and this is subconscious, this isn't conscious in their mind, but they've kind of got this urge to stay in contact with you because it's almost like while they're a part of your storyline and while they're in your story, even in some small way, it stops them being at the level they truly deserve to be at. And divine justice is waiting for them because they've done this to other people. And like I say, they get up to strange things behind closed doors. Star energy. This is you, the Empress and the Star. And again, the Seven of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. So someone's invested in swerving you or distracting you from your true pathway, always showing up when you're just about to fully move on or make a different decision. As soon as your energy shifts up to a higher vibration, here comes a text message. Here comes a WhatsApp. Here comes an email. Well, you're going up, 8 of Wands, and I feel like you're sick of this person anyway on some level. I feel like, part of you knows that this person makes your skin crawl, and it's because this person could potentially, I feel like in the right scenario, this person could be dangerous, They've got the potential to be quite dangerous because they act so blasé. They act like they're just a regular person, but they've picked up on characteristics from people who are kind of normal and confident, and they pretend to be that. 8 of Wands again, fire. So this person's trying to stop you hitting your targets and being who you truly are. The Star, the Empress. Really invested in draining your light here. Okay, and it's just instinctive with some people. They may have even spoken to you about problems in their life, tried to get sympathy from you, particularly at a family level. Made you feel like they're sharing intimate facts about themselves, making you think they're going deeper with you when in fact they're hooking you in and trying to get a certain frequency of energetic fuel from you. Show me. 9 of Swords on the 8 of Wands. Instead of seeing you fly and supporting you, this person has a malevolent urge to see you in a nightmare scenario, communicating to you their problems maybe, acting like they're the healthy one and that they're around unhealthy people. But I also feel like this is just confirmation that their communication with you is the thing that's dragging down your frequency. They could text you at inappropriate times, 3 in the morning, 1 in the morning. They're very entitled, but it never actually goes anywhere. And then they disappear and then they pop back up and they just try and act so happy and so positive and so spiritually attuned. And that's just their little disguise. Death energy on the Empress. So this person is trying to put a stop to you being the Empress. This person is trying to stop you being who you are and feeling great. For what reason? Probably just because they're a narcissist, sociopathic. But with this person, I'm getting they're quite intelligent. This could be an actual psychopath. You know, someone who's got very dark empathy, someone who's very charismatic when they want to be, and someone who's very good at controlling the situation in a very subtle way. Okay, the divine's saying, we've got plans for you with the 10 of Cups. We've got big plans for you. And you know you've been planning these plans, you know. We liaise with you. When you're in your own energy, your energy starts to rise and get better and you start to feel great. So this is about releasing yourself from this person's hold over you. And maybe you haven't seen it like that before. But Spirit's saying, ignore this person for a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks and see what happens. They can't touch you. They can't do anything to you. The divine is protecting you. But watch this person potentially have a bloody tantrum, a big baby tantrum. Because if they start to realize that they haven't got their claws into you anymore, you will see their true colors, okay? 8 of Cups, walking away from what is stopping your life plans, walking away from what's distracting you, walking away from what's getting you down. Because at the end of the day, loads of people want to snap you up. And this person knows you're the sort of person that as soon as you meet someone good, they will literally want to cuff you, want to claim you. Whereas this person's trying to act like you're not relationship material or you're not enough to trigger the love in them. You are. If this person had any love in them, if they were the normal person they pretend to be, then they would be with you if you wanted them. They would really be with you. They would lavish you, but they're not that sort of person. And this person knows there's loads of people out there. One strong, heavy offer in particular that is heading your way. And they're kind of trying to divert you from that because they know you can do way better. They know there's someone perfect out there for you because they can tell via your frequency that you're the sort of person that you put a spell on people. And if you're dating someone or you're seeing someone who's normal, who's got a normal heart, a normal red-blooded male or a normal-hearted female, they know you're snappable. Normal people would snap you up. A normal person would snap you up in 2 seconds flat. You're that valuable, you're that rare, you're that priceless. And this person's almost trying to prove a point. Trying to act like, actually, you're not that priceless. Actually, you're not the empress. You are the empress. Okay? And your destiny awaits you, my dear. Your destiny is awaiting you. And this person, they're annoying me because they know exactly what they're doing. Trying to act like they're the good-looking one. Trying to act like they're the sophisticated one, trying to act like maybe they've got more money than you or they're better than you. And they carry this air with them that they're kind of top notch. And actually, no, they're not. You're top notch. You're unique. They're trying to steal your character here. Influence. Speaking to you as having an influence on you. And it creeps in. It's not always so obvious day to day, week to week. But if you stop talking to this person now, you will notice your life go up. They're trying to divert you from your golden timeline, from the real timeline that matches your Empress frequency. And you can hear it in my voice. You know, my voice will shift because I'm channeling. My voice will start sort of stuttering a little bit because they don't want me getting this message through. Prickly situation, okay? And I feel like you may notice how prickly this person is once you start being your true self and just ignoring them. Like, dude, I don't need you as a friend or whoever, you know. I don't need to feed your ego. I don't need to be there for you when you're bored and you need to text me. I don't know you that well. And I've got other people to talk to. I've got other things to do. I've got a 10 of Cups dream reality to create. And I can easily, as a diamond of the Godhead, as a diamond of God, a diamond of the divine, I can easily flow up to a higher timeline and get this offer that's waiting for me. And that's what I'm going to do with my star power. Reflection. So I feel like maybe looking back, you're going to be able to see where this person made little comments at you that weren't quite right, that made you feel strange. And they're the sort of person to make out you're insecure when actually they've just been rude to you, but they don't have the guts to stand by that rudeness and just say, yeah, that's what I said. You know, they're a fake person. They're sly. They're snide, as we would say here. They make little, like, backhanded compliments, say strange things, and then they won't own it. Because this person's full of fear, really, okay? And their little malevolent ways kind of hide that fear in their own mind. They're so scared of facing their own fear in life. And I do feel like this goes so deep. This is a family problem that you can't solve. No one can solve. No matter how much love you flow at this person, they can never solve it. No one can solve this problem for this person, not in this lifetime. This is a family affliction I'm getting, and they're all malevolent and they're all strange creatures. I'm sorry, they are. You know, they treat each other in weird ways. They've got weird things. I don't know. I don't even want to go into this energy. It's weird. It's grey. It's dark. And it's been going on generationally. Yeah, they don't want me telling you. They've been doing this generationally for a long, long time, keeping that image all shiny. But really, they're a bunch of backstabbers. Freedom here for you. Knowing you can go in any direction you want. You're the one who's powerful. You're the empress. And you're the winner. And God will make sure you win. The universe is all over this. The divine is all over this. Making sure you hop on up to the loot lounge, to the higher realms of consciousness, because this person drags your consciousness down. Every time a high vibrational person speaks to a lower vibrational person, they can't come up to your level, so you've got to go down to theirs to speak to them, even if it's at a distance, in a text message, phone call, etc. They can't just raise themselves up, but you can step down, and Spirit doesn't want to see you stepping down anymore. You've got great influence on a normal partner, on someone normal. You've got great influence. You're a life changer. There's someone out there waiting for you to change their life. Someone who will really appreciate every facet of you, how colorful you are, how potent you are. You have a very strong effect on people, and this person's trying to make out that you haven't had that effect, and you have. Deep down, they're obsessed with you, but they're not capable of being what they pretend to be. Honest work, okay? So this is about you really facing the fact that your instincts were right about this person. At certain times they've made you feel uneasy and made you feel strange. Spirit saying that's just the tip of the iceberg. You don't owe them anything. You don't need to feel sorry for them. And your work here in this earth plane is elevating your soul, creating the life you want. Not helping this person, talking to this person, answering this person's calls just because, you know, they want to feel popular or they've got something they want to discuss. I feel like this person's very self-important. But you've got the wisdom and you've got the gods on your side. You've got God on your side, wisdom and good luck. This is fairy magic here as well, okay? I feel like the fairies have been looking into this situation for you and they don't like what they see, okay? The lantern, again, you know deep down that this person isn't quite right, but maybe you haven't got family and they have. Maybe there's some scenario here where you're ignoring your wisdom because this person's got such a heavy energy that sort of takes over everything, quite a domineering presence, whether they make it obvious or not, to the point where it's almost like you feel like this person's got some status you haven't got, when really you're the diamond of God and you've got all the wisdom. They have not. So they might have the money and the family or whatever the case may be, or the false image that they've, you know, carefully painted. But you're the one with all the beautiful soul essence here. And Spirit's saying, have the wisdom to leave while, you know, there's still other options, because it's almost like this person wants to keep you hanging on so long you miss out on this big, solid, beautiful, golden, real offer, a real love offer and a beautiful pathway. We've got the palm trees here. Your life turning into absolute paradise. And the letter E, okay? I am hearing everyone Like this person may try and make you feel like you're the special one they talk to about their problems and are intimate with on an emotional level or whatever. But actually, I'm getting they're like that with a lot of people. They're for everyone. And they hook people in. You are someone they are particularly obsessed with because of the frequency you hold. But if you could see the sort of people they speak in the exact same way to, it wouldn't be difficult for you to slam the phone down on them. We've got cookbook here. So I feel like this is you going inwards and spending time indulging you, writing down all your dreams and conjuring the frequency of your ideal life via scripting, doing mood boards on Pinterest and fun stuff like that. All the time you spend speaking to this person, I feel like, you could be spending that listening to music or pampering yourself or treating yourself in a beautiful way. And Spirit is saying all those moments add up. And this is about you conjuring your dream reality in the most beautiful way. Yeah, the saw energy here. Saw, okay? Cutting something off. It's like this person wants to turn your life into, I don't even want to say a gangrene leg, but that's kind of the energy I'm getting here. It's like this person's energy is seeping into your life in a way that's preventing you getting to your highest storyline, or staying in the mindset that creates your highest storyline. And your spirit guides are putting their foot down here. Bulldog, heavy protection from the divine realm. Maybe you've got a pet that doesn't like this person, or if you had a pet, they wouldn't like this person. Animal instincts. Your instincts are as good as a wolf, and you've had these feelings about this person, okay? Turtle energy here, they want to slow you down, but you're protected. Again, use that astral power you've got. Be sassy, be royal in your countenance, wear your crown, and only accept the best for yourself. Undistinguished relationships, undefined relationships. What is that about? There's something about this person not wanting you to be able to define what you are with them. Oh, we're just friends, whatever. So I don't need that. I've got real offers to receive in my Empress status. And that's it. You've got all the good luck here. Okay, so head on out, Spirit's saying, and feel the bounty of your own soul again. I do hope this reading has helped somebody. I love you loads. Mwah.